The Omega-class destroyer is a strong presence in the Alliance. These vessels are the equivalent of the heavy cruiser class in most navies. While they may not be aesthetically pleasing, they are very powerful and part of the first step for Earth's rebuilding after the disaster that was the Minbari War. The design features a long primary hull surrounding a rotating section for crew comfort and more efficient operations. The hangar can support up to 2 whole squadrons of Starfreeze or the newer Thunderbolts. However, not all destroyers carry these fighters at all times. The genesis of the Omega occurred just days after the Earth's end. In that time, the 3 most crippling problems to Earth's space forces were the lack of adequate fighters being the one unit that showed the most promise during the conflict, the inability of the Alliance's heavy warships to operate for long periods in space, and the inability of Earth's ships to target and damage the Federation's warships adequately. Earth forces solved the first 2 problems by designing a cruiser capable of hauling up to half the number of fighters operated by a standard Avenger carrier, and adding to that hull a rotating section that improved comfort and greatly extended the ship's range. Although nothing could be done technologically as yet to crack the Minbari jammers, the Omega destroyer was still more powerful than any vessel in the inventory, save the Nova Dreadnought, and faster and more maneuverable than the surviving ships of that class. To speed up research and construction time, the designers based the destroyer on the older Nova-class design. Since the Nova already had a powerful reactor and heavy armor as well as ample hangar space, Earth simply lengthened the hull to add the rotating section that provided gravity for the crew, thus making the ship more comfortable to work on for long journeys. To facilitate easier construction and repair, as well as potential upgrades, the class was built around a more modular concept, making refits and turnaround time faster. Most of these vessels are built at Proxima 3 and Wolf shipyards, averaging about 40 ships a year each. The Omegas carry a regular crew of 1,000, but can operate with 200 personnel as well, and are capable of carrying 3,000 troops. In addition, the class has been praised by their crews and captains for their ruggedness and comfort. These ships have become the new symbol of a resurgent Earth alliance, and are both respected and feared among the smaller powers and even by the Centauri, who are well known for boasting about their fleet. The Omegas stayed in service till 2341, when the last ship, the Hammond, was decommissioned and turned into a flying museum that travels around the Alliance. There are currently 4 known variants of the Omega destroyer. The Alpha model, 2250 present, is armed with 4 heavy laser cannons, 2 heavy pulse cannons, 12 standard particle beams, and 6 Mark II interceptors. This is the main variant of the class. Almost 1,800 of these ships were built over the class's lifetime. The Beta model, 2255 present. This variant removed the heavy laser cannons and added 2 additional heavy pulse cannons forward and 4 medium pulse cannons aft. This gives the vessel a high rate of fire but at the cost of range and punch. The Gamma model, 2259 present. This model includes advanced command and control systems, making it a task force flagship. Armed with 6 heavy laser/pulse arrays, these variants are rare as they are expensive and require specially trained personnel to operate the command systems. The Epsilon model, 2260. Also known as Shadow Omegas. Shadow agents converted these ships to use shadow weapons and advanced armor. Armed with 2 light molecular slicer beams, 4 heavy phasing pulse cannons, and 12 light multi-phased cutters, these ships were President Clark's secret weapon to use against any rebellious forces. To date, only 11 of these ships are known to exist, all of which have been destroyed. However, rumors persist that one ship has been spotted just beyond Earth's space, attacking any ship it encounters.